This morning. It's so stunning, it's so cold. It's -4 in London this morning, but look at this. The birds are all squawking like crazy this morning. They're going mad. I don't know if that means that they like this weather or they hate it. I have a feeling they might not like it because it was actually getting quite mild. Now it's gone very, very cold again. I don't know. So here we are on the allotment plot this morning. I had so many jobs that I wanted to do and videos that I wanted to film, and it's just not going to happen today, guys, because of this. Frozen. It's frozen. I can't get into my shed because the blooming padlock is frozen. It's frozen. I can't turn any of the numbers. It's literally frozen. Like I said in my last video, I like to do a walk on a Monday, and I have to do it straight after the school run, otherwise I don't feel like I start my day right. And this is just the most logical place to walk to. It's about 25 minutes from my house, my allotment plot, so it's like the perfect amount of walking. So there and back it's like 40 minutes walking a day, which is so good for you, and definitely good for me because I work from home most of the time. So yeah, it's nice to just have this reason to kind of get out the house every day, especially in the spring and summer. I'm here almost every single day, which is just such an amazing amount of exercise, right? And that's why I still come here in weather like this, just because for the exercise and the walk and to be outside. Got my gloves on now, so hands feeling a little bit warmer, seeing as I can't get into my shed. I did want to pick some sprouts and some bits and bobs today, and I also brought with me, wait guys, I brought a new tool. I brought these suckers. They're Wilkinson sword. Don't they make razors? They're covered in bunny hair. I don't know why. I think Pippin's been licking it or something. Pippin is my house rabbit, by the way. He just gets into everything. He's been in my bag and like eating a load of like leftover stuff, so I don't know what he's eating now, who knows. That rabbit has a death wish, seriously. He ate a load of magic stars the other day. I don't even know how he got them. I keep them like right up on the kitchen cupboard, and chocolate's really bad for rabbits, but he's fine. But he definitely has a death wish, or he thinks he's a human. Pretty sure I treat him like a human. So anyway, I digress. I've got some suckers and I thought I'd tackle that big old thing up there I was doing the other day, so let's give it a go. It's supposed to be easier with this. These are really good. I don't know why I didn't invest in these sooner. I've been using kitchen scissors and I was just like, oh, they're fine. These make such a difference, and I think as well it's going to be better for the plants to use this as opposed to kitchen scissors, because it's going to give me like a sharper cut, and when you cut a plant really sharply like that, I think it lessens the likelihood of disease getting into the plant, whereas when you have like a blunt cut, I think that's when disease and bacteria can kind of get into the plant and kill it. So I think these are a really good buy. This just needs a little bit of pruning, really. The problem with this big bush here specifically is, firstly, when I got to my plot for the first time ever, this wasn't even here. So this has grown in 3 years, and it's like right over my pond, and it just casts a lot of shade over it, which is really, really annoying. So it really does just need to be pruned, because all that up there will turn to leaves, and it's just like another great big tree. So that really does need to be done. Also, a few of you sort of allotment holders yourselves sort of telling me off a bit for dumping a load of sticks at the back of my plot. I actually will use it all, I think. I put them at the back of my plot just to keep them out the way and stuff, but you can see they're just basically lined up here. Had a lot of comments about these saying that they'd be really good for beam poles and support poles. You're absolutely right. I will 100% be reusing and recycling all of this wood, which is why I haven't chopped it up small and put it in the compost, because I do think I'm going to use this as support. And any of you who have been on this channel for a long time now, you'll know that I do reuse and recycle pretty much everything that I chop down or anything that I find, and that will definitely be reused and rechopped and sorted, some kind of structure, I think. This is actually looking all right back here at the moment. Compost is okay. Shall we see if it's warmed up or anything? Put this cover on it. Oh yeah, look, it's not frozen. It's not frozen under there. Look at the plastic. Where does it even come from, guys? Because that was not even there last time. It's so annoying. Does anyone else just have a massive problem with rubbish and plastic at your allotment plot? Like, seriously, it doesn't seem to matter how many times I clear it or I put things in bags and take it to the dump. It just reappears again. It's so frustrating. So my precious tulips that have decided to come up like 3 months early are completely frozen over now, as are my onions and my sprouts. And I'm hoping that they'll sort of all be okay and nature will sort it out. I'm pretty sure this is like, they must have some kind of contingency plan for this. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I was a plant, I would have like a contingency plan to survive a really cold winter, the same as us humans have adapted to it by like creating central heating. So surely there must be some kind of antifreeze thing that they do. I know that sprouts have got their own like antifreeze kind of method basically to stop them from freezing over. So basically when sprout plants or any brassicas get really cold and frosty, they release sugar. No, they turn their starch into sugars, and the sugars keeps them warm and turns into like an antifreeze, and that's what makes them sweeter. So that's why we say to leave them in the ground when there's a frost and pick them after the frost, because then they go sweeter. So I'm pretty sure tulips have some kind of method. They must do, right? They must do. Just totally frozen. Totally. I don't want to touch them too much just in case I snap them. That's how frozen they all are. But it's your fault, guys. You came up too soon, you know. And the onions, also frozen, but green. So I'm assuming green is life, right? Green is life. And then here are my sprouts that I want to pick. Some of them are so frozen, I can't actually pull them off. Oh, these are going to be so tasty, I can just tell. I can just tell. It's like they're already frozen. I could put these straight into my freezer and keep them for longer, but they are just looking fab. So a lot of you as well have been advising me that the very top bit of a sprout plant is edible and absolutely delicious. It's kind of like, I think you've described it as like a spinachy kind of thing, and you can just cook the whole thing and eat it. So this top one here looks pretty good, and because it's frozen as well, I don't know why, I just feel like it's going to taste better, probably because of the sugar thing that I said, but also I just think it just looks like it's just going to cook really well as well. So what I'm going to do is use my new secateurs. I'm going to use these for literally everything from now on. Like, you're not going to see me doing anything without my secateurs from now on, guys, just warning you. And we're gonna chop top of plant off. I don't know how to do it. Hang on a second, let's put it down. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. There he is. Right, you're coming home with me. So I look forward to going home and cooking this, seeing what this tastes like, along with some of my sprouts as well. So should be interesting. I've never thought about eating that. I'd never think that you could cook that, but I guess looking at it, kind of just looks like a cabbage, doesn't it? I wonder if the first person who grew a sprout sort of just ate the top of it and didn't realise that the sprouts would grow after, and they just ate the leaves, and then one day they realised, oh, these little green ball things are growing, let's pick them and eat them. Who was the first person to eat a sprout? Think on that on your Monday. There you go, some thinking for you. Feeling quite glad that I didn't put out my broad beans or anything just yet, because I was really tempted just to whack my broad beans out, but then I thought, no, leave it, Emma, don't do it. And I'm really glad I didn't. Also, the pond is obviously frozen over again, but I don't see any point in like defrosting it right now, because it's just going to frost over again and again and again. I might just undo a little bit of it for the birds if they want to drink, but I mean, this is ice cold water, do you know what I mean? This is freezing. So I don't know if you like that. I'll break a little bit anyway, just in case. I reckon I could stand on that, it's so frozen. In fact, let me just try and put a bit of my weight on it. I reckon I could stand on it, you know. I can't quite put my full weight on it because I'll go completely in, and then I'll never recover from that kind of trauma. But yeah, no, it's quite thick. The ice is quite thick. Whoa. Right, what we'll do is we'll head home and we'll cook those sprouts up and see what they're like. We'll cook them up together. That's what we'll do today. Because I don't normally do like a cooking sort of video and show you how I cook it and stuff. So that might be quite fun. Seeing as I can't get into my shed, I'm a little bit limited. Do you know what I mean? What I can actually do here. So I think we'll go home, cook up the old sproutsies and eat them. I was going to say eat them together, but I'll be eating them. You'll just be watching. Right, we're home. We made it home. It took me over an hour to get warm, by the way, because I don't think anyone's home in the UK is particularly warm right now. We're going to cook some sprouts now. I found a great recipe online, and I'm going to mix it up a little bit because I didn't have all the ingredients, but I love to do that. I definitely like to do more cooking on my channel this year and just show you how I actually use the veg when I get home. So if you want to see more of this, let me know in the comments. Let's cook some sprout tops. Right, so I've just removed a few of the leaves that look a little bit dodgy, like they've been munched on quite a lot and gone a bit brown and discoloured. I'm left with this. This is the top of my sprout plant. Underneath it's really cute. I've got these little tiny baby sprouts, which I'm going to throw in as well. But this looks really good, really green, really vibrant. This is going to make an excellent meal. Right, we're going to chop up a red onion. Now the recipe I found online said a white onion, but I don't have any. I only have this red onion, so we're going to whack in a red onion. I think cooking is a bit like vegetable gardening, and what I mean by that is you can't really massively go wrong as long as you're whacking in good stuff. For instance, you know, obviously I know there's a little bit more of an art to cooking than there is to just growing stuff, but my husband gets very, very caught up on the exact ingredients of like a recipe. So if he doesn't have something, he's like, I just can't make that recipe. Whereas I'm very much like, I would just substitute stuff. So if you don't have a white onion, throw in a leek. If you don't have a white onion, throw in a red onion. If you don't have a red onion, throw in a shallot. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can just make do with what you've got, and I think it makes it more interesting. I just whack anything in, and if I think it tastes nice individually, I whack it in together and see if it tastes nice together. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's rubbish. Most of the time it's edible, and that's what we're looking for, edible. Right, I'm frying it in a saucepan on purpose. There is logic to the madness. It's a method to the madness, is that what they say? Basically, I need to put some stock in here at some point, so I'm going to put a tiny bit of olive oil in there, fry our onions, and there you go. Some of them aren't going in the pan, but that's okay. As long as they're going near the pan, that's all right. So into our, oh, it's burning a little bit. Why is it burning? Right, okay, turn that down a little bit. Never mind, right. Into that, we're going to put half a cup of vegetable stock. Whoa! I don't know why I didn't expect that to happen. That was so obviously going to happen. Right, we'll give that a stir. I'm getting the smell of burnt onion, but hopefully we can save it. God, please say we can save it. Into this concoction that we have created, we are going to add our top of the sprout leaves. I can't get them off. Oh my God. Is it edible if you can't get it off? I'm going to get the middle bit out, I think, because the middle bit is supposed to be the best tasting bit. I'm just breaking off the best looking sprout leaves. I'm being very, what's it called? I'm being very vain with it, and I'm picking off the best looking sprout leaves that I think are going to work the best in this, basically. Don't really want slug juice, you know, if we can help it. I'm also going to add in some of these little baby sprouts just because I think they're so cute and I don't want to waste them, and I think they'll work in this. I just have a feeling they'll work. Oh, these little baby sprouts are so cute. Can't wait to eat them, said the wolf. This is not the correct lid, but who says you need the exact right equipment to cook something good? Right, there we go. We're going to leave him to basically cook for a little bit. I'm not sure how long, so I'll come back to you when I think it's done and I'll let you know how much time passed. Right, so while that's been cooking for about 10 minutes, I've just pan fried some pancetta. Now the recipe said bacon, but I didn't have any. Obviously if you're vegetarian then you can take this out. I went with pancetta. We had some left in the fridge and it really reminds me of Christmas. You know when you sometimes put sprouts with like pancetta or something? I think that will just add a really nice crispy, meaty kind of topping to this dish. Like I said, you don't have to put that in if you're vegetarian. Obviously you wouldn't, because you don't eat meat, and that is meat. So let's turn this off now and have a look how we're doing. Right, I think that is about right. And what I mean by it's about right is I'd eat that. I'm happy to eat that. So it must be right. What I'm going to add is I'm going to add some crushed chilies to it as well for a little bit of a kick. Just going to stir those through, not too many because otherwise I'll blow my head off. I don't want to do that. And then I'm going to add lemon. I have a feeling that lemon and sprouts are going to go like match made in heaven. I might just put a squidjo. That's not a real measurement, but it is in a way, because you know what a squidjo is, right? If I said to you I'm going to put squidjo in, what would you reckon that would be? It's this. Squidjo. Right? Everybody knows what it is. So what does it matter if it's a real word or not, if everybody knows what it bloody means? Right. Let's plate up. Okay, I'm showing you the finished product in here because it's a bit lighter and I think it looks a bit nicer. So there it is. We've got our sprout tops, our baby sprouts. So cute. I keep calling them cute, but I am going to eat them. We've got the red onion and then topped with a little bit of pancetta. Looks incredible. So I can't get all of me in. So the thing left to do is to taste it. Can't get all of me in and see if it was worth all the time it took to cook. Oh my goodness, yes it was. It is absolutely delicious. Those sprout leaves, I can't actually pinpoint what else they taste like. They're not like spinach at all. They're a lot softer on the palate than spinach. Spinach has quite a unique kind of bitty taste. Do you know what I mean when I say that? Like when I eat a lot of spinach, it makes my mouth feel funny. That is like a lot smoother That's absolutely delicious. Honestly, such a good little lunch. Really, really easy to make. Like I said, you don't need to put the pancetta in if you don't want to. These little baby sprouts are so tender. They're just like melting away, like they're just squishing and just falling apart. They are just delicious. Let me know if you do try this recipe. It's a great way. Thank you so much for letting me know that you can eat the tops of the sprouts. This is such a great way of utilising the whole plant. Absolutely love that. And I'm going to be sowing sprouts again this year. So if you've never sown sprouts before and you've never given it a go, follow me this year. Just subscribe to my channel and we'll try and do it together. They have failed before, so I'm not an expert, but you know, all you can do is just whack it in and just hope for the best. A bit like when you're cooking, really. Hope you enjoyed the vlog today. If you did, do subscribe to my channel. I will be back again on Wednesday. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.